Hi, beautiful. Welcome to A Course in Miracles. We're reading in the text, chapter 22, Salvation and the Holy Relationship, section 2, Your Brother's Sinlessness, and we will read the first paragraph. The opposite of illusions is not disillusionment, but truth. Only to the ego, to which truth is meaningless, do they appear to be the only alternatives and different from each other. In truth, they are the same. Both bring the same amount of misery, though each one seems to be the way to lose the misery the other brings. Every illusion carries pain and suffering in the dark folds of the heavy garments in which it hides its nothingness. Yet by these dark and heavy garments are those who seek illusions covered and hidden from the joy of truth. Paragraph 2. Truth is the opposite of illusions because it offers joy. What else but joy could be the opposite of misery? To leave one kind of misery and seek another is hardly an escape. To change illusions is to make no change. The search for joy in misery is senseless. For how could joy be found in misery? All that is possible in the dark world of misery is to select some aspects out of it, see them as different, and define the difference as joy. Yet to perceive a difference where none exists will surely fail to make a difference. Illusions carry only guilt and suffering, sickness, and death to their believers. The form in which they are accepted is irrelevant. No form of misery in reason's eyes can be confused with joy. Joy is eternal. You can be sure indeed that any seeming happiness that does not last is really fear. Joy does not turn to sorrow, for the eternal cannot change. But sorrow can be turned to joy. For time gives way to the eternal. Only the timeless must remain unchanged, but everything in time can change with time. Yet if the change be real and not imagined, illusions must give way to truth and not to other dreams that are but equally unreal. There is no difference. So I'll pause here and share my experience with this. When we are ego identified, when we are hostage to ego, we hop from dream to dream. Like, oh, you know what will make me happy is if I get this job promotion. Oh, wait, I got the job promotion and it's been a few weeks and I'm actually not that happy. Okay, you know what will actually make me happy is making $1 million. It goes on and on. You make your $1 million and now you'd be happy if, oh no, I don't even know if I like my partner. Maybe if we separate, they'll take half my money. You know what would really make me happy is if I had a post-nup. Oh, I've got the post-nup. Okay. Oh, you know what? I still feel insecure and unhappy. The ego, I mean, you get where I'm heading with this. The ego cannot be made happy when it goes from dream to dream. It can imagine that the new dream is going to make it happy, but it never does. It never does because it has no basis in reality. It's an illusion. There is no peace found out there. There is no peace in the world of man. You won't find it there. It doesn't exist there. Only the timeless must remain unchanged. Reason will tell you that the only way to escape from misery is to recognize it and go the other way. Truth is the same and misery the same, but they are different from each other in every way, in every instance, and without exception. To believe that one exception can exist is to confuse what is the same with what is different. One illusion cherished and defended against the truth makes all truth meaningless and all illusions real. Such is the power of belief. It cannot compromise. And faith is innocence. And faith in innocence is faith in sin. If the belief excludes one living thing and holds it out apart from its forgiveness. Wow. Both reason and the ego will tell you this, but what they make of it is not the same. The ego will assure you now that it is impossible for you to see no guilt in anyone. And if this seeing is the only means by which escape from guilt can be attained, then the belief in sin must be eternal. Yet reason looks on this another way, for reason sees the source of an idea as what will make it either true or false. This must be so if the idea is like its source. Therefore, says reason, if escape from guilt was given to the Holy Spirit as his purpose, and by one to whom nothing he wills can be impossible, the means for its attainment are more than possible. They must be there, and you must have them. This is a crucial period in this course, for here the separation of you and the ego must be made complete. I'll pause here and say, I don't think this means that we won't have this human concept or that the ego isn't there in some small form. But the separation is a full and clear understanding that you're not your ego. You're not the fear paradigm. You're not the fear constructs that have been programmed since birth by living in this world of man. And you start to recognize, oh, that's not me. And maybe the ego's still there in the back of the car, but it's not driving the car because you understand it's insane and it's not you. Even if it is part of the Earth School experience. For if you have the means to let the Holy Spirit's purpose be accomplished, they can be used, and through their use will you gain faith in them. Yet to the ego this must be impossible, and no one undertakes to do what holds no hope of ever being done. You know what your Creator wills is possible, but what you made believes it is not so. Now you must choose between yourself and an illusion of yourself. Not both, but one. I'm going to pause here and say, isn't that potent? It's saying choose between your true self, what you really are, or this illusion that you've created about yourself, the ego. There's no point in trying to avoid this one decision. It must be made. Pause. Are you going to believe the truth or the lie? The truth is that God made you perfect, whole, complete, and you're still perfect, whole, and complete. The lie is that all these complicated fear paradigms and beliefs and unworthiness, and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm guilty and you're guilty, they can't both be true. Are you going to go with God's truth, or are you going to go with the lies of ego? Are you going to be host to God or hostage to ego? That's your choice. I love that it says here, there's no point in trying to avoid this one decision. It must be made. Faith and belief can fall to either side. I'll pause and say, because we're free to believe what we want. We can believe the nightmare's real and have a nightmarish experience, or we can choose to believe what A Course in Miracles teaches us and be in heaven. But reason tells you misery lies only on one side and joy upon the other. And truth and joy are synonymous. So we're not trying to delude ourselves into thinking, into reprogramming our minds. We're trying to actually just let go of the delusion and accept what already is natural and inherent in you. In presence, in stillness, you are lacking no thing. It's only when we go into the ghost lands of future projection and past recrimination that we get lost. When we're right here, right now, we're found. We're it. We're in the eternal now. And the more we stay here and anchor here, the more we experience peace, joy, lasting happiness, connection. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and I'm grateful because it's a fun mystery unfolding. If I knew, think how boring life would be. The ego might think it wants to know, but the ego's insane. It doesn't know. It doesn't know what it wants. The moment it gets what it wants something else. It's a fear mechanism. It's a lack mechanism. It's not reality. And the ego would look at the past to use it to future project and to self-recriminate and recriminate others and think about how awful things were and how things should have been different. But the soul, when you anchor into your true authentic self, knows how to let all that go because it's no longer even exists. And if you're carrying around a heavy backpack filled with rocks, you're perfectly safe to set it down now and be here now as your true authentic self, the only thing you ever needed to be. Your job is the easiest in the world. It's to be you. The most pleasant thing you could ever do is be you. And it's all that's required. Thank you so much for being here and being the beautiful, bright light and beacon of hope that you are. I hope when you look in the mirror and look at your eyes, you see love and you speak kindly to yourself. And when you catch yourself thinking cruel thoughts, recognize that that's blasphemy and stop. I love you. I'll see you soon.